So you have been praying and you haven't seen the result. Or you have been praying and what you're asking is not happening. So it's two things. One, Bible says keep praying. The other thing is this. We need also to be very sensitive. So when we are praying for things, we should be careful to listen to the Lord. There are some that the Lord will tell you it's not now. There are some the Lord will tell you that this is going to happen at a later time. There are some He will tell you, I am not doing it. There are some He will tell you, and the one that there are some you won't hear anything. See those ones that don't hear anything, don't stop praying. Keep praying. Keep praying. But a lot of times what happens is because we are so fixated on what we want, we don't hear what the Lord is saying. Remember I gave an example a while ago when my mom passed. I gave that example. My mom passed. My mom was sick and was in the hospital, and it was, I think, 5 months to our wedding or 6 months to our wedding. And I didn't want my mom to die. I want her to be at the wedding. I really wanted her to be there. She was sick. I was praying, and the Lord told me she was going to die. And I kept praying that God, no. The more I prayed, the more I knew she was going to die. That is the will of the Lord. It's determined. Then I stopped praying. And I just braced myself. And one morning, a few days from then, my brother called me in the morning and said, Mom passed. Now, some of us now, because we want our mother to live so much, even when God says she's going to die, do you know what we do? We fight it. We say that is the Satan. That's the enemy speaking. It's not God. How do we know it's not God? It's God has set big time when somebody dies or somebody leaves. So sometimes when what we want is not happening or we are hearing a contrary voice, a lot of time we are not careful enough to listen and pay attention. Is this God telling me that this is not the thing? Is it God speaking to me? This is not the thing. I shared an example. I shared an example a while back when I wanted to go work at Halliburton. My wife is a witness to that. I wanted to go work at Halliburton. My friend was working there at the time, and was making good money. Things were nice, so I prepared to go join him. We were supposed to go together, I think, and like 3 days or 4 days before that, I had a revelation that I saw that my friend driving a very nice car. And I said, this car is nice, I'm going to drive it too. And I jumped into the car, driving it. All of a sudden, the car collapsed. And it turned to only one tire. And I was sitting on that tire, trying to move on that one tire. And I came out of that revelation. And I knew what it meant instantly. The Lord was telling me, if I go there, I will suffer. It's the path for my friend, but it's not the path for me. So some people I told the dream said, that's the enemy that doesn't want you to come there. No, it's not the enemy. It's God's instruction. It's warning. God gives us a lot of warning. Tells us where to go and where not to go. There's a job that I really wanted to. Great opportunity that happened one time. I've been trying to be in trucking business for a very long time. Now I had this opportunity that I was going to, there's a company that they deal with box truck. Now they wanted to move to 18-wheeler, tractor trailer. So they wanted somebody to take over their box truck aspect. And they were going to sell that to me. And I don't have to pay anything. I just have to come, and over time, I will be paying them as the work goes. Now, this is a set company already. They supply for all the Avon product in the whole DFW Metroplex. So there's work, there are drivers, there's everything. It's set. Good job. The drivers are making about $4,000 a month. And they're all going to be working for me. And I was like, wow, nice. So I was preparing for this, and the Lord showed me that if I go that route, I will be stuck in the mud. I saw myself going, and I was stuck in the mud, and I couldn't move. And there was attack from different angles. I knew what the Lord was saying. I could be fighting the enemy because it's really what I wanted. I won't listen to the Lord. So there are ways that God tells us sometimes that what we want to do is not the route to go. But sometimes we don't listen because we really want it. But God always does what's best. So if God is either God is saying that's not it, but we don't want to hear it, or God is saying this is for a later time, or God has not spoken at all. And if God has not spoken at all, keep praying. If He says that's not the route, ask for grace to get over it. If He says for a later time, He will give you the grace.